Okay. I wanted to pat back on. It's like hours later. Wow. It just came to my head. I don't really give time for myself to really think it through because I'm just like, you know what? The popped. The thought popped in my head. So I'm gonna just roll with it. And because this is me brainstorming. Um I just wanted to kind of add from earlier with the possible thought of with the Adam and Eve when I was saying that Adam was always there with her and he stepped down from lordship, which is why she had become the person Eve had became the one that was now in charge. And I didn't want to misconstrued. That's the proper how you pronounce it. I don't want to I guess miss I don't know. I don't want to put it in a way that the woman is this or that or whatever. I'm going to try to explain how it just came to me. Um because when in the example it explains that he was whole, she was whole, they came together, right? As one. And then at some point it sounds like Adam became comfortable, right? And which is possible reason why he stepped down. So to my understanding, when women we comfort our man, right? We kind of take on those responsibilities, and possibly he got really comfortable. And I'm trying to use I'm thinking about it in a practical way because naturally when we're in relationships, our men do get comfortable and they lean on us because because I don't want it to sound like, oh, she deceived him, trying, you know, how that how people are talking about, oh, the controlling and manipulating spirit of women, and women do that to their man and stuff like that. And I don't think that this is in that situation. I don't think it had much to do with her doing that, or it would have stated that. I think it was I think at some point after the fact it became that because now you put on that that unbelief, right? Um, so that not enough, that lack of. So yeah, you start to become more. You put on a different identity. But in this situation, I don't think it started off that way. But I'm here. These are just my thoughts. So don't. I mean, whatever you could think, whatever. But this is I would like to kind of hear other people's thoughts that will kind of stem off of or branch off of what I'm saying, not necessarily go against it. But if there's room to kind of support it, I would like to hear more of that versus anyone that's trying to knock it. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that's necessary because it's not helping. It's kind of diminishing and kind of rejecting. So if that's the case, then maybe this this video is not for you. Um, so this is more for the understanding of trying to fit it because people we kind of look at the Garden of Eden as some magical place when it was that's was not realistic, right? It's the not to say that is not possible. Not to say it's not possible because we know that there is things that is outside of our imagination, like the parting of the Red Sea and stuff like that, and walking on water. Um, so we still have to take into consideration that miracles take place, right? Um, and miracles are alive and active today. Just listen, just take some time and listen to the next person's situation or story, and and you will find that a lot of us are the miracles. We are the miracles. Our life explains it. You seeing us today may not be what they've been through. Like what they look like is not what they've been through. So and that's grace of God. That's the grace of Yahweh, right? The glory that He shines on us to restore, to renew, to revitalize those battles that we had to fight. But back to the examples. Um us, like when women, we do cater to our men a lot, because that's who we are. We nurture, we care for, so the man possibly can get comfortable in those senses, in those situations. um and him being comfortable, or too comfortable, can I in a sense can diminish his manlyhood by getting too comfortable. So what I was thinking was partly, if we know for the man to get too comfortable to the point that he becomes passive, to the point that he becomes really nonchalant, and have have that trust, right? Because I think it's more of like, I'm getting comfortable and I know that you're going to handle things the way that I want it to be handled, so they just kind of leave it in your hands, the woman. And they handle, they do what they need to do, but some way somehow I think they seem to fall back and not find that use for them anymore. And when they start to feel that way, they have stepped down. They have created a belief within themselves, just because of their own, for their own selves, I think. Because most of the time it's not the woman saying step down. It's just they become very comfortable. And they, like I said, trust that the woman's going to handle everything. And then once the woman literally starts handling everything, you feel like there's no need for you. You're not appreciated. Even if that's not the case, you take on those beliefs. For the enemy seeps in, the opposition seeps in, right? Um, so that's what I think what kind of took place there. I don't think it had anything to do with deception. I think the serpent definitely deceived both of them. Um, I think the way in was outside sources, because remember, they didn't have that nature. That nature was not in them to do that. Um until after the fact. And nowhere it says that she deceived him. But he blamed it on her because of what? He let the enemy in his head. Just like she let the enemy in her head, saying she needed wisdom, she needed to be like God in some way. Um so what I think what can help for the woman is to truly to remind yourself to step back. because we do take over. We do take over. I find that within my own self, I get to the point where it's just like, go, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. But, and, this is me in being single, like, and just, just knowing my capabilities. I'm very capable of holding down a lot of things, holding down a lot of responsibilities, just to get overwhelming. And I would like for someone else to take on the responsibility when I can. But as of right now, that's me. I will try to fit in every little thing within a small time frame. So if a man was involved and me acting as such, he would feel like there's no need for him. So I'm gonna sit back, cross my legs, or put my hands behind my head, type of thing. But as time go on, it starts to, your mind wanders and say, she don't need me. She taking care of everything. All I do is give her money to support what she doing, not realizing she's doing that for you. So that's why I think women, we need to constantly uplift our man. And I know a lot of women is saying that. We have to constantly uplift our man in the position as lordship. Period. Period. Because that is their nature. That is their identity. And at any other position, they don't thrive in those positions. They don't thrive well in any other position but lordship in the household. It's like, even with my puppies, I have a female dog and a male dog. The girl dog naturally, because I watch their behavior, the girl dog naturally take charge, trying to get in front, trying to challenge him to get in front every time when we're walking. So I'm watching the female, the way we respond, because we all mammals, right? The way she was responding, even as a puppy, her natural response is take charge. No, I'm in charge. So I have to yield her back and let him, because before, once I noticed his tail was under, he would walk and he's just like kind of lagging behind a little bit. So I was like, let me see if this. So I yielded her back, and then all of a sudden he started walking forward, and his tail went up, and he started walking real macho. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even though our natural response is to take charge because we feel like we can, and we can, but is it necessary to take charge over our man, to do everything? Because with us doing everything is diminishing, and he doesn't even recognize it because he doesn't operate on that level. Do that make sense? He don't know how to comprehend that level of being behind. Just by me literally making my female dog to yield back and stay and walk next to me. The natural response for him, he looked at me, he was just like, what do I do? Because I wasn't paying attention at first. I was just letting them be so they could build their rapport, because I had just got her, so I wanted them to kind of learn their relationship on their own. But even her, not even knowing, not knowing the route that we're taking, nothing. You don't even know where we're going, and you're still trying to take charge. It is a man's proper, it is the order for a reason. Is the proper position for a man to be in head, in charge. And then on top of that, it is our duty as a mother to remind our man to respect us as well. And also to just respect women. I know these are things that women are doing, but not a lot of women is doing this anymore. We're still nurturing and catering to the boys. And then they're leaning on us for everything. It is not okay for them. It seemed like it because they want to be, they like a lot of affection, but it is not the position of a male of God. I'm going to say that because I think it does make a difference. Because they're not only being led, they're not only leading, but they're being led. We women have to step back, even if we can do it. And even if they're not doing it the right way, or the way that you want it to be done. With the encouragement and the motivation and the support of the way they move. You're one now, right? So it's not them or they, it's or him, it's we. He's moving, but you moving with them. Right? Just like with the what it says here, is like just that one line, I'm so caught up on that he was with her. He had to be with her because they're one. He had to. Where else was he going? She wasn't going behind his back. He was approving whatever she wanted, because don't men do it? At some point in their union, they start to just let her, what the wife say. Do what the wife say. I'm not saying put your foot down and say, woman, I am the man. That's not where I'm going at. It's more of just respecting each other's role and encouraging those roles. It's not a order, a demand, but is a encouragement, is a motivation with compassion and gentleness and kindness. And understanding. And a lot of women say, I can't put my trust in a man. How could you not? That's your man. That's your man. That's your man. And you can't trust him? Why? Because of past stuff that you heard? I had wrote something down. You can love without trust, but you cannot trust without love. So as long as you love that person, you can trust them. If it's reciprocated, if it's a back and forth, if it's your man, let's say that. If it's your man, and your man is those attributes of those physical, that evidence, right? That's if that is your man. If you have the evidence that's your man, then what is there not to trust? He has showed you. He has committed to you. He has been faithful to you. He has been loyal to you. He has been there for you, very supportive to you. What is there not to trust? Because of what this one did over there? Their relationship? Your relationship answers to maybe something totally different from theirs. Yeah, you guys' union is totally different from every other union that is around. Because you two have become one. Two of you have become one. Are both of you identical to any other person? So therefore your union is unique on its own. You don't look left, you don't look right, you look straight ahead at your man. What is there not to trust? If the fruit is there of the Holy Spirit is live and active in your relationship, what do you mean you can't trust? You have to trust. Because you trust yourself. Do that make sense? What it's like people thinking, yes, it's still off of other things. Oh well, he can leave. I can be. But you trust the Lord, don't you? You trust that the Lord is gonna have your back. Aren't you trusting? Aren't you hoping? Aren't you? And are you listening? Are you obeying? You looking at situations from way back when, or other people's situations. You don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it, or if they're even in tune in their relationship like you guys are. You cannot look at other people's situation to determine yours, and which is a reason why you may not be as happy as you want to be, or satisfied, or grateful, or appreciative. With the small things. What was your reason for joining with your man? What was your reason? That you can't trust. I can't submit. What do you mean? That is your position. To submit. Because you must. Because that your man thrives better when you submit. You can see, you have the eyes. You are the one, you got his back, right? So you can see ahead of when whatever that's going on. While he's in that leading role, in that leader position, you can look around and scan what's ahead. You know that you would handle it a certain way, but you yielding to be sure that it's also the Lord is watching and see that his plans is following through. So are you. You watching and making sure that the plans that Yah has given you is followed through your man as well, to be sure that he believes and continue to believe and keep the faith and continues faith to faith, glory to glory. Is that not also included in the position? Yes, you can do it, but he can do it better. That's the only belief you need to have. He could do it better because he got you behind him. Do that make sense? Because just from that, it's just like, why did he feel the need to step down? Because we come in the picture and we just want to do everything. And the man on the sideline and just showing up. Ain't that what Adam did? He just around. He don't really have a say in the matter no more. Why? Why he don't have a say in the matter no more? Step back. Yield. Let the man lead. It's okay. It's okay. He got you beside him. We got men. It's so many men out homeless. Why? Not to say women ain't out here. They out here, but men is a lot of them. Y'all just kicking them out the house because y'all feel like y'all can do it all? And then you sit there and turn around and scream, "Oh, I need a man. Oh, men ain't this and men ain't that. I don't need," like all this extra stuff that is just bringing down the man's identity. Whose side are you on? That's your man. Whether you claim it or not, that's your man. Whose side are you on? Forget what you saying. Okay. Okay. And you see why we in this shamble with all these relationships that people are not in. For real. They're together, but they're enemies. Why? What side have you chosen? Who's at the center? You? Because you can do it all? And you don't need a man? You let go of that belief as well. That you don't need a covering. You need your covering. All these men out here looking dusty. They 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 wouldn't be dusty if you motivated and pushed. And what's wrong with that? You're capable of doing it. The order wouldn't be in that way. It's not him support you only. It's you support each other. So that's my understanding. And I'm just gonna emphasize on that. That is my understanding. So it's like I'm not expecting anybody to take on my beliefs or my understanding or my interpretation, but I am asking to consider the practicality of my examples and to hopefully see a way to include that into your relationships, to have some type of understanding of the possible conflict that is rising more and more, that, or the possible conflict that you could be experiencing or the next could be experiencing. Because we need to yield back. Yes, we are muscles, but they are too. They are too. And they have a place, and that is the head. Because that is where they belong. That is where they thrive. Yes, we know there's some foolish men. Oh, is it Abigail? Is it Abigail? Let's see. Her man was foolish. She stayed by his side, right? Because why? You think she had to do that? She could have been like Bathsheba and slept with the king. Or she could have been like, what's the other one? Hosea's wife. I think it's Hosea's wife. She could have took on that identity as well. But she stayed true to herself, her identity, and she knew that she joined. Whatever the reasons could have been. But I'm thinking practical because every example in this Bible I can see today, if not worse. What you think? You think we can do that? You think we can step back and motivate our men or our men, period? Not in a way that we are not in a way gaslighting, number one, not in a way we're love bombing, but really utilizing the fruit of the spirit and pour it into our men, our boys that soon will be men, and to allow them to be men, push them to in those leadership roles. Everyone is capable with the proper language, whether it's body language or verbal, and embrace them and nurture them. And yes, because that is our nature, but nurture them in a sense to have balance in that. Are we able? Because they need to know they need to believe and keep that belief. And that's why we were sent to help, because we can do it all, right? Can you do that too? You can look around and see what's happening. The women are taking charge here. We're taking over. We're doing it. While our men is out on the corner, out of the house. Won't even look our way. Why? It's not okay. And you're not all that. You're not all that. If you cannot learn to be not only be a leader, but a follower as well, especially your man. If you can't sit back and allow him to be, then that says a lot right there of where your heart is. And if you are aware that your heart is tainted, then you got some work to do in the prayer closet. Because you are taking on a role that doesn't belong to you. You can do it, yes, but he can do it better with you in his corner. He's already capable because it's in him. But together as one, unstoppable. What you think? Even as a single, I think we still can do that. I think we're still able. Because we have to kind of convince the man now that we can we kind of open that door again to let them know that, yeah, I kind of shot you down before, but I'm still interested. I'm still interested in submitting in the role of motivating and supporting you as you support me and a respect of me, because it ain't men only get respect. Women, we need respect as well. That's why I don't understand how the principles of what a man thrives on and stuff like that. Oh, the man likes respect, not necessarily love. I don't understand that. I think is a false truth, which is a lie. I think we both thrive because men are a lot more affectionate than women. So to be affectionate, you have to have some sort of love, right? Yes, they need respect, but they need a lot of other things as well. So if we're limiting them to just respect, to be providers, to be protectors, because that's the main things that I'm hearing. If we're limiting them to just that, so what other things are they doing? They have freedom to do some wild things, and it's outside the household. So can we bring that union back together? Invite it back, and put down the new identity that people are taking on, because it's hurting us. It's not helping. It's hurting us, and it's definitely affecting those that are new coming in and trying to find their man, their woman, because now there's a lot of conflict and confusion because the parents, people that are in authority, that are in these teaching roles, have spoiled a lot of minds, tainted a lot of hearts. But you now have a choice to change that, to change whatever negative beliefs that you took up on, that that you took the bait for. You took the bait for what? What made you take that bait? What was it that kind of lured you to take that bait? Alrighty. Hopefully I can end, like, nothing else is coming. I'm just, but yes, please. We need our men. And we need them in a position where they thrive. And men also have to kind of have that self-control as well. And to know that you don't turn around and betray. You don't turn around and, get so big-headed that you cannot see where the woman fits in either. Like, we got to kind of put down that idea that one is over it. Listen, even though that you are in the head, in the lordship, in the head covering, you don't look at yourself. You don't take on that idea of you are more mightier. You don't take on that idea of you are more than your wife. You are always equal because you are one. Yes, this is not even relevant. This is not relevant in a relationship when you're covering, both of you guys covering is Yahweh, is the Most High. You are always humbled when the Lord is at the head, right? So nobody should have that idea that they are better than, more superior, especially in your relationship. You are in that position because you thrive best there. Understand that. But do not take advantage. Do not take advantage of your position, because that also is taking on that bait and breaking up the union, allowing room for the serpent to come in. That's if you care. Not only for your relationship, but for others, because they're looking to you. They're looking at you. They're seeing you as an example. Yes, it's so much responsibility, but you can do it. You can do it. You have to do it. Because now we all depend. We need to see these relationships flourish, because people are losing hope. That these things can even exist. Again, come here. I want to say bye with my pups. Jump. Come on. So this is the girl. This is who likes to take charge. And this is the boy. Grayson. He's very affectionate. She is too. So, all right. So eyes holla. Time is 8:24. I just had some little time. I just ate. So I wanted to kind of, and it was coming to me as I was cooking. And I'm just like, you know what? What makes a man comfortable in going passive? Because when you met him, he wasn't passive, was he? So if he wasn't, at what point did he become passive? What did you not allow? What did you not allow yourself to step back in? What did you hush him up about? What did you talk over him about? Because we do it. We do it. Even as singles, we do it. So definitely in marriages, because we were all once single. We probably do it more in marriages because we get so comfortable. I don't need you. Get out. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You do need me. Because if I leave, you're going to be devastated. You're going to be broken. Even if it's not just necessarily just a leaving, because some of them we're not even trusting enough to even live together nowadays, or joining our just our safety nets together type of thing. Like a lot of us are not even doing that. We're taking on an identity that was not for us, because we have someone else to answer to, someone greater, someone that watches and sees and makes sure that his plans for our lives are followed through. So if we're taking on an identity that our lordship, our Lord of Lords, did not say that we should have, then who identity are we picking up? He said we are to become one. He said we are to trust. He said we are to submit to one another. He said we should love one another. So if you're doing anything outside of what he tell us to do, you're picking up another identity. But a lot of us are even not even believing in the one that matters. So that's a conflict in itself. Understand who you are. And if that is not what you want, then state it. State your side. So those that agree with you will be with you, and those that don't agree with you won't be with you. So they won't be misled. Is that okay too? You lead those that want to follow you, not manipulate so they can follow you. Is that so wrong? You be amongst those that you agree with, and not make it your business to make people believe what you believe. Is that okay too? You shouldn't need an army behind you just to believe what you believe. With love. With love. I promise. But we got to do better. And we cannot keep taking over. Because that is really not our position. Even though it looks good, it looks good and it feeds those desires. But we gotta have some self-control. We do. Because we need our men. And we need them to be strong and confident and stand on their own so they can feel good about themselves to protect us. But first, they have to like us. First, they have to even look our way. They're not even looking anymore. All right. All right. Love you. Guess I'm being auntie today. This auntie. All right. Mwah.